What's up, everyone? It's your boy Quicksand tapping in for episode 115 of Mindset Monday. And today we're going to do a read along and breakdown of one of my favorite books that I've read on here before, and that is Mind Gym, an athlete's guide to inner excellence. And I love this book because the chapters are short and it relates sports with real life. And I just find it compelling and motivating, and I want to share it with you guys. The chapter that we're going to be reading today is called The Fire Inside. And if you're familiar with this book, it always opens up with two quotes, and I'm going to read one of them. Each of us has a fire in our hearts for something. It's our goal in life to find it and keep it lit. That fire inside. What is it that you want and desire? Whatever that is, find it and then go chase it, keep it lit, keep it going, because that's what's going to keep you succeeding in life over and over. Motivation is a popular word, especially in sports, and it comes from a Latin word meaning to move. Athletes can move in one of two ways, either toward seeking pleasure, which is rewards, or toward avoiding pain, which is punishment. Motivation can be the desire to succeed or the fear of failure. An athlete's success is said to depend upon four factors. Number 1, physical ability. 2, physical training. 3, mental training. And 4, desire. The desire to succeed must be stronger than the fear of failure. You hear a lot of athletes who say they're motivated by a fear of failure. But pitcher David Cone said, "I couldn't disagree more. To me, it's an opportunity. This is what we live and play for. There's no place I'd rather be than right here, right now, pitching big games down the stretch for the Yankees." Let's go back to that great quote right there. The desire to succeed must be stronger than the fear of failure. And I love that and agree with it because I've never been one to be motivated by the fear of failure. Because the more that I think about failing, the more likely I'm going to manifest failure. If I'm just mentally in a game on the basketball court thinking, don't miss this shot, don't make bad passes, you can't lose this game, you're thinking about loss, losing, mistakes, and you end up making mistakes that end up costing you the game. And for me, my motivation has to do with what I want, and what I want is to succeed. And so I go into the games nervous at times, but I take a deep breath and I tell myself what I need to do to be successful. I need to be an impact player, which means that I need to play great defense. I need to be communicating on both ends of the court. I need to hit shots, be aggressive, get into the basket, trying to score. And by doing that, it's going to open up my teammates on the perimeter. So I do things and say things mentally that I need to do, and then I go out and do them. But I'm never motivated by what I shouldn't do or what mistakes that I can potentially make, because then you end up doing worse. Tell yourself and envision things that you need to do. Envision yourself hitting big shots, getting a big steal at the end of the game, getting a huge block, saving the ball from going out of bounds to your teammates, and then you guys go score on the other end of the court. Envision yourself being great, doing great, and you end up winning in the end. And even if you don't win, at least you can say you gave it everything you got. And that's what really matters in the end. Muhammed Ali illustrates one of my favorite stories about motivation. When he was growing up in Louisville, he got a job bagging groceries. He didn't make much money, but he saved enough to buy a secondhand bicycle. He loved that blue bicycle and he was proud of it. He had worked hard for it and earned it. And one day, someone stole his bike and he was heartbroken. "I walked all over Louisville that summer looking for the bicycle," Ali said. "I walked and looked and looked and walked. Never found it to this day, but every time I got into the ring, I looked across at the other fighter and told myself, hey, that's the person who stole your bicycle." I love that, because that fighter on the other end has no idea about that story and they don't know what's coming to them, right? When someone takes something that you earned, now you're motivated and inspired to get it back, especially if you know that they took it. Now, obviously, he's mentally doing mind tricks with himself, but that's how he gets motivated for these fights. And I love that. So whatever in your life you can choose, take things personally, make up stories and scenarios, pretend people are heckling you, talking about you, and then use that as fuel and motivation to go get after it and get a dub or make yourself known and present. The most successful athletes are self-motivated. The most important thing is to love your sport and never do it to please someone else. It has to be yours. And that is all that would justify the hard work needed to achieve success. And that happens a lot with younger athletes where their parents are forcing them into sports and their parents want them to succeed at being a great basketball player and they weren't able to fulfill their dreams or, step into the limelight like they wanted to. So they kind of live vicariously through their kids. When that happens, it often leads to the kids not loving or being passionate about the game. And so now they feel forced to be there and they don't have their full attention and they're not working hard towards being great in the sport because they're being forced to be there. And so you have to do it for yourself, no matter if it's a sport or not. Whatever you're chasing, you have to want to succeed for you and not for anyone else. Because when you try to get other people to be just as involved as you end up getting let down because no one cares as much as you care about yourself and about what you have going on. As a coach, I would want my kids to have fun. I want them to be eager and excited. I want them to feel that they're improving and focusing on the process rather than the outcome. And the outcome in most cases is a win, getting championships, being the best. But when you're focused on that and you're chasing that, you can easily get let down by a loss. A loss can be devastating for you and you would not even want to get back on that court or the field because of that. But when you're more focused on the process and you're learning every single time from a setback, you're learning from a win, you're learning from your teammates on a daily basis, you're asking questions of your coaches on how to get better, how can I improve, how can I get more minutes? And when you're talking to your teammates, you're telling them, how can I help you succeed? If you're playing the game of basketball, where do you want the basketball? Do you want it up here? Do you want it on your shooting pocket? In the middle? Where do you want the ball? Because there's always going to be new knowledge to learn. What is burning inside of you? Do you have a mission? What is it? What motivates you to continue to get up and get going? The best motivation is want power. The prideful desire to succeed. So find your passion and make it happen. Be on a mission and live your life on purpose. Be motivated by your desire to achieve rather than your fear of failure. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This book has so many different chapters in it that relate, again, sports to real life. If you're an athlete, if you're a parent, if you're a coach, pick this book up, read it yourself, but also share the book with other people. Trust me, it's going to help you and anyone else in your life that you share it with. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe as it helps my channel and it helps these videos grow and get into the algorithm for more eyes and ears to see. Tap out.